السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته نحمد ونصلي على رسول الكريم أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. What if water is not available? Okay, you need to do wudu, or maybe you need to do ghusl. What do? We discussed this a little bit last week. We'll go into a little bit of detail tonight, and we'll end over here. Next week we'll go into adhan and salah. To get rid of najasa by making use of clean earth or clay in a special way is called tayammum. Tayammum is permitted when water is not available or when the use of water is injurious to one's health. Okay? When water is not available within the radius of approximately 1.7 kilometers, right? When there is fear of an enemy or a dangerous animal or a snake near the water. When the water is so little that if the water is used up for wudu and ghusl, there is fear of thirst. That one shouldn't be selfish in a case. For example, there's just enough water for everybody to drink. You're like, no, I have to do my wudu. I will do my wudu. You guys can go thirsty and die. This should not be the case. When there is no rope or bucket to draw the water from a well, or one cannot reach water that is nearby, and no other person is available to fetch the water. Ahmad, what do? You don't have a rope for your well.
What?
You don't have rope for your well. What do? Do you have a well?
No.
Okay, you need to get a well. When it is known by one's own experience or capable doctor says the use of water would definitely be injurious to one's health. When one does not have a sufficient amount of money to pay for the water which is being sold. Or if water is being sold at an exorbitant price. What is exorbitant? Aryan, Arsalan, the smart guy. One is at a place where there's no water available, and he himself guesses or someone tells him that water is available within approximately 1 mile. Now it will be necessary for him to go get the water. It will not be necessary to fetch the water if there is no trace of water, no one is present to give information, and it is believed that, the distance is too far. Now tayammum is possible. If something najas has fallen onto the ground or sand, it is not permissible to use that earth for tayammum. Even if it dries up, however, salah on that place may be permissible after it becomes dry. So what is the compulsory acts, the 3 things which one must do before tayammum? The first, and these are according to the Hanafi madhab. If you follow another madhab, you can look it up. That's fine. First thing is niyyah, that we have to make the intention. The second thing is striking both hands on the earth and rubbing them on the face. Striking both hands on the earth and rubbing both forearms, including the elbows. We have to get the elbows. Even when we're doing wudu, we have to make sure we get the elbow. Don't try to skimp on the water and just wash up till here, because then you wouldn't have completed the obligation. You have to make sure you wash the elbows. And when we're washing the feet in wudu, make sure you get the ankles. Don't leave the ankles dry. Masnoon way of doing tayammum. Say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Make your intention. Like I said, intention doesn't have to be you start reciting from your mouth, but if you do, it's good for you. A lot of people do it that way. You strike both hands on the earth and the dust blow off the excess, and rub both hands over the complete face without leaving a hair's breadth of space. Now, what we did discuss last week is this doesn't mean you go pick up a whole bunch of sand and you start cleaning your face like that. That would probably get sand in your eyes, and you'll probably need water then to clean it out. So don't do something like that. Strike both hands again on the ground, then dust the hands and blow off the excess dust, and then rub with your left hand, your whole right hand up till the elbow, and then with your right hand, your left hand up till the elbow. And this is one of the mustahab things, the light things to do, which is khilal. Khilal is going through the fingers of both of the hands. Tayammum is allowed for both wudu and ghusl. If you are in a place where there's no water available and you are in a state of najasa, then you can do tayammum. Okay, items on which tayammum is permitted. We were discussing this last week. Pure earth, sand, stone, limestone, baked earthen pots, unglazed. In Pakistan they have the matkas and stuff like that, Pakistan and India, but they can't be glazed. Okay, walls of mud, stone or brick, clay, all items which have a thick dust on them. So if somebody doesn't clean their house, I'm pretty sure they fall under this category. Items on which tayammum is not permitted. Wood. We cannot use wood. This cannot be used for tayammum. Metal. We cannot use metal, for example, like this stand. Glass. We cannot do it off of glass, like this window. Food items. No matter how dusty your food is, you can't use it. All items which burn to ash, rot, or melt. It's not really impossible, and there's nothing hard. Okay. For example, if somebody is going for Eid Salah, and they get there and their wudu breaks, and the wudu place is too far, then you can do tayammum. Or if you're about to pray janazah, you can do tayammum. Right? This is a substitution. Now, what happens is, let's say you did tayammum and you find water close by after that. At first, it didn't seem like water would be close by, but you did find it. You don't have to do wudu and pray again. You've already fulfilled your obligation. You did your due diligence. That's enough. Nothing more than that.